Yo, what's going on? It's Momo Headmovement TV. Halamala Talavala.
Halamala Talavala.
Halamala Talavala. Long time, Eddie. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a while. Big card back in the UK.
Yeah.
Edward Moreno. Do you want to talk us to us?
Yeah, two big cards back to back, really. Obviously, we've got Copper Box this weekend, Liverpool next weekend. This Saturday, Charlie Edwards defends his WBC world title against Angel Moreno from Spain. Joshua Buatsi goes for the British title. Wadi Camacho against Lawrence Okoli for the British Commonwealth titles. Jason Quigley on the card. Lewis Ritson goes for his first title at 140 pounds. Shannon Courtenay as well, making her debut. Other guys on the card as well. So it's a big card and important for Charlie Edwards, obviously. Great win at the O2 in December for the world title. Straight back out defending it. And important nights for a lot of the big stars who we see as big stars moving forward. Buatsi especially. Liam Conroy's in the ring now. You know, he's on a great run. But we feel Buatsi's very, very special, and hopefully he'll prove that on Saturday.
Yeah, I think you know that I was going to ask you this. The Deontay Wilder situation,
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, the only good thing to come out of it is that I think people are starting to see the truth now. You know, AJ got a lot of criticism for a long time. I knew the truth, but we've had to force the truth. You know, offers that he supposedly accepted that were half of what he's now been offered.
Yeah.
You know, like, what can you do? You know, we just have to keep trying to make the fight, because I believe that a decision's been made for that fight based on what other people want rather than what Deontay Wilder's want. You know, they talk about when Wilder knocks out Joshua, it'll end Eddie Hearn and match him. What the fuck's he got to do with me?
Yeah.
Like, it's a fight. Look after your client, look after your fighter. These are the guys that are getting in there and putting their lives on the line. Deontay always talks about one face, one name, one champion. That's it. It's the Joshua fight, you know? So, like I said, it's pleasing in some respects that people are now seeing the truth, but it's disappointing in other respects that we still haven't got the fight that everyone wants to see, the biggest fight in world boxing.
So was it a 20 million for Brazil? And
yeah, there's lots of reports. I'm not going to talk too much about the offers.
Yeah.
You know, certainly no less than that. And it was an amazing opportunity, but people talk, oh well, he didn't want to sign with DAZN. It's not signing. He's signing for that fight. You don't have to sign with DAZN. So.
And we're back again. How you doing, Eddie?
Good, mate. Sorry about that.
No problem. Yeah, where were we?
Talk about Wilder, I think. Yeah, it's just frustrating. You know, like, you know, offers that he supposedly accepted 6-8 months ago now been doubled and now trebled, and still not even a bite. You know, so I'm just glad people are starting to see the truth now that he don't really want this fight. I'm not even sure it's him. I just think, you know, the people around him, they accuse me of like all this milking of a cow. Like, mate, I will only be too happy to make that fight in a heartbeat, because I'm confident my man wins. I'm confident Anthony Joshua destroys Deontay Wilder. So, you know, they talk like, oh, when Wilder beats Joshua, it'll ruin Eddie Hearn's Matchroom empire. That's what Shelley Finn was saying. What's that got to do with it? Who cares about that? About me? Make the fight. You know what I mean? So, I think they're thinking more about their empire and actually the PBC and what it means to Showtime and Fox to have that American world champion, and they don't want to gamble. They don't want to gamble. In fact, I think they thought they were getting an easy Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? And I think that shocked the life out of them as well when they lost that fight. So we'll see. I haven't given up hope, and all we can do is keep trying. But as long as people are seeing, I think they are. The only people that are trying is us.
Yeah. So, do you think it pushes the fight further away, or can something be worked out?
I mean, it sounds like he's just done the one fight deal. I don't know. I mean, you know, Shelley also said that we can box on any network. So can we at the moment. So that's not obstructive, but we just want to go to the place that makes the fight the most amount of money. And right now, that's DAZN. So that's why DAZN have made those offers. No one's making a counter offer or another offer to us. So we'll have to see. But, you know, like I said, we'll just keep trying. That's all we can do. All I know right now is Joshua's fighting June 1st, Jarrell Miller, MSG. Wilder's fighting May 18, Dominic Brazil. Fury's fighting June 15, I believe, against I don't know. So the big three are sort of wrapped up, and then they'll go again in November, December.
So it's going to be the whole merry-go-round again?
Yeah, it will be, but at some point that merry-go-round,
has to mean
2 people will get off, and you'll see the fight, a fight.
Yeah. And what's the situation with Dillian Whyte now?
So I had a meeting with him yesterday. He's had an offer to box in America as well, which he's thinking about. Doesn't affect our situation with him in the UK fights. He wants to box July 13. at the O2, and that's what we'll be working towards. So that's the plan, really. And you know, we have meetings with the WBC at the Copper Box show on Saturday to try and find a resolution to this whole mandatory issue, which is bizarre and strange and frustrating. But you know, they're listening to us, and we'll see what they come up with.
Yeah, that's no problem. And we've got, obviously, not far away from the Amir Khan Terence Crawford fight. How are you feeling about that one now?
Good. I mean, it's a very tough fight. You know, when it was made, obviously, you know my thoughts. You know, I wanted to make the Kell Brook fight. The Crawford fight is a tough fight. Amir's a great fighter. You know, he can cause anybody problems on his day. He's a big underdog in a fight, but obviously we're behind him, and hopefully he can come through with a big win.
And speaking of Kell Brook, there's plans that he's to fight on June the 1st.
That's the plan, yeah. June the 1st at MSG, so we're just working on an opponent at the moment. Get him up and running, and then look for a major fight at the back of the end of the year. You know, obviously he's got one eye on the Khan fight as well, seeing how Amir gets on that.
And then Spence again as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Kell's Spence defeat is now raising his stock every time, because
he was winning
the fight. He was winning a fight. After what, 6 or 7 rounds, he was winning the fight. We know what happened. Two things happened. One, Spence was brilliant, like you can't take that away from him. Secondly, Kell completely ran out of gas and steam at the weight. But people are seeing, wow, like Kell is a top fighter. He is a top fighter. So he'll come back on June, and then he'll be in a very big fight later this year.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, I don't know if you would want to entertain it, but the Dillian Whyte-Lawrence Okolie feud.
I mean, like, I've just had 2 people over. It's Lawrence Okolie fighting Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, everyone's asking me as well.
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean, look, if they both want it, they can have it, you know. But I think right now, I'd rather get Dillian Whyte a shot at the world heavyweight title, and I'd rather get Lawrence Okolie a shot at the world cruiserweight title. So we'll see what happens. You know, a lot of people are looking past fights at the moment, and not the fighters, but fans and media, a bit like Joshua and Jarrell Miller. I mean, Wilder and Brazil. Like, Brazil might knock him out. He can do it. I mean, he's, you know, I know AJ dealt with him easy in his 17th fight.
I think Brazil was the first person that put it on AJ.
But he still didn't win a round. He didn't win a second of a round.
Yeah.
So, and Joshua had glandular fever, and it was his 17th fight. Like, this is Wilder's 42nd fight. So when you start looking at the facts, but everyone's just got to keep winning. It's like, people talk about Okolie, like, he's got to beat Wadi Camacho. I know he's a favourite to do it, but Wadi's up for this. Joshua Buatsi, he's the next big thing. He's got to beat Liam Conroy for the British. So all these guys have got to go through the process, and they've got to keep winning. And when you start talking about like heavyweights and cruiserweights, and particularly heavyweights, anything can happen. That's why it's so exciting.
And then finally, touching it back on Charlie Edwards. We don't want to look past this one.
No, this is going to be a tough fight. You know, all the fights in the lower weights between those world-class fighters are all tough fights. I love watching them because the work rate's phenomenal, the speed is great. Both these guys are great technicians. This is going to be a really good fight. He's emerged as a real star, you know, like he won the world title at the O2. He's so popular, and he's got to look good. And if he can do that, he can move on and try and unify the division in 2019.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect, Eddie. Thank you for your time. I'll see you throughout the week. Thanks very much. More Head Movement TV. Halamar Talavala.